My name is Chef Harpal Singh Soki and I'm going to show you how to make Kadai Paneer. Lot of requests. Chef, please make Kadai Paneer. Now this is something which I learned from some friends of mine from Pakistan, where probably the Kadai cooking evolved, and we have kind of extended that to our Indian repertoire all over, culinary repertoire. Now, most important thing here is a few things, what we make the kadai masala traditionally. This I have learned when I was a budding chef from old cooks with whom I used to work. Now, they would make a kadai masala first. So, I'm using here 2 Kashmiri chilies with the seeds on, no issues. 1 teaspoon of saunf, any seeds. 1 teaspoon of cumin, seeds of course. 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds, nice and fragrant, and half a teaspoon of black peppercorn. Now, what you need to do is saute this. Very important. Dry roast it. So, what I'm going to do is saute this until it is nice and fragrant, and then grind it to a coarse powder. This is risky. I don't want to show you this. Better use this. Get nice flavor of coriander, anise seeds, and the pepper, of course. Now, this is nice. You get great fragrance of all the whole spices that I've used here. I don't want them to be burned. So, what I'm going to do is quickly remove them in a jar and grind them coarsely. Nice sweet fragrance actually. You might think that it's a little spicy, but because of the coriander, you get a nice sweet fragrance. This, coarsely grind this. Little more. That's it. And let me show you how it looks like. Wow, nice flavor of the whole spices. Wow, great fragrance. This I'm going to keep on the side. Close it so that I don't lose the freshness. In here, some oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil in here. 1 teaspoon of cumin, red chili whole, 2 to 3 of this. Let me saute this well. While the chilies and cumin seeds are getting nicely stir fried here, I also need to add 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds. Wow, look at this. This is why I'm adding it now, because it splutters and gets thrown out of the pan. So it's very important. And this is something which I learned from one of the old ustads with whom I used to work. Coriander seeds is something which he would add in all kadai preparations that he would make. Now to this, straightly adding tomatoes, lots of them, around 6 chopped tomatoes in here. And I'm going to saute this until the tomatoes are nice and pulpy. So no onions added, of course. That's what I have learned. So no onions, saute the tomatoes until nice and pulpy. So this would take at least 5 to 6 minutes. Now you see the tomatoes are nice and pulpy. Let me add the dry spices to this. 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder gives a nice flavor. Salt to taste, or you can sing and dance too. No issues on that. Salt is what you need to add, is as per your health. And take 1-inch piece of ginger, and then you need to cut them fine. If you can't cut them fine, what I tell you to do is grate them. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm adding 1-inch cube of ginger, which has been cut into juliennes. Again, about 2 minutes of sauteing. So while the whole mixture is getting sauteed, what I need to do is cut paneer. So around 200 grams of paneer for a family of 4 should be fine. Now that should be good enough for a family of 4. What I'm going to do is, the tomatoes are ready. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of this fragrant mixture which I roasted in here into this. Wow, it's nice and fragrant. And add some cubes of onion here. So take half an onion and cut into cubes like this. Capsicum adds the nice sweetness to this. And of course, take 1 tomato, remove this, cut it into cubes. That's what goes into the mixture. It becomes nice and colorful. I won't cook this for long because I like my vegetables nice and crispy. Add the paneer to this. What you get is a beautiful piece of dish. What is Kadai Paneer, what I'm making here. Finally, a little bit of garam masala. Give a final stir. Wow, look at this, man. Amazing. At home, don't toss the way I was tossing. So this is ready. You don't need to cook the paneer for long because what's going to happen is if you cook it for long, it's going to only toughen. So when you want to serve it, that's the time you add the paneer, toss it and give it. That's what my old ustad also used to do. And a little bit of fenugreek in the last, kasuri methi. Wow, now the fragrant. Now in a restaurant, if you go, what probably you'll get is, you'll get a nice, rich, thick kadai paneer, which is full of gravy. But believe me, if you add cream to this, all it's going to do is, it's of course going to increase the richness of the dish. But this is nice and simple, straight, full of spices, fragrance, and looks beautiful. At home, this is what you need to do. But don't forget to grind the coarse masala. That's very, very important. Wow, look at this. Beautiful. And finally, once again, the fragrant spice, 1 tablespoon of that on top of this. Look at this. Beautiful. This one is for you. What I'll do is, I can't wait. Let me taste this. Get the freshness of tomatoes, spices, simple yet delicious.